Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a shower curtain. If this is the first time you're seeing one of my videos, my name's Rachel. Thanks for stopping by. I like to make stuff here, and since I've primarily been sewing lately, you can expect to see a little bit of personal style chit chat here too. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So my family just moved from Boston to San Francisco, and we're still kind of settling into our place. We've been here for about 2 months now. So there are a couple little projects around our house, and I thought it'd be fun to take you guys along with me as I finish a couple of those that have to do with sewing. So since I'm going to be working on a couple different projects to add just like the finishing touches to our house, I'm probably going to split them up into a couple different videos. Okay, so I've always wanted to have a pink bathroom, like an all pink bathroom. I think that that'll be really fun to have, especially for when guests come over and stuff. Just kind of an unexpected room in the house that has kind of, you know, like a fun element to it. But since we're renting right now, I thought it'd be just a fun idea to have a pink shower curtain. So I searched high and low for a pink shower curtain, and I did find a few, but then I remembered I can dye fabric. So I found a white shower curtain. I dyed it. It turned out like the perfect pink color, but then when I went to hang it up, I realized that it had majorly shrunk, so it's way too short for our shower. Well, I wouldn't say way too short, but it definitely hangs like an inch above the edge of our bathtub, and so you can see the liner on the other side. It's just not cute, but the color is perfect. So I tried to stretch it and everything. It's just not working. So I do want to use that fabric eventually. Whoa, it is getting really bright. Let me close that. Okay, so one day I was at Joann Fabrics and I came across this fabric. I just pre-washed it and so it's kind of wrinkly, but this is what it looks like. It's a cotton canvas, it's very soft, and I love this print so much. When I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, too bad I already got a shower curtain, because I wished that I had used this. And then, of course, when I realized that I had shrunk my shower curtain, I was like, maybe I have an excuse to make a new one using this fabric. So I just kind of kept an eye on it for a while, and then one day it went on super sale. So I got this fabric for $5 a yard. I don't think it's $5 a yard anymore. I will link it down below in case you guys want to find it. I got 5 yards of this, or maybe did I get 6 yards of this? I got 5 yards of this. And a standard shower curtain is, I think, 72 inches by 72 inches. This is not 72 inches, so what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to do 2 panels and put them together in the middle. I'm going to be doing a flat felled seam, which I've never done before, but I've seen a few little tutorials about it. So I will show you guys how I do that. So you're basically putting the 2 pieces of fabric together, but instead of having like a seam allowance that hangs out on one side, it's all nice and flat. So I do wanna do that for this. You definitely do not have to do that when you do this, but I figured this would be a good project to just practice that on, because I am going to have a really long seam that I had to make all beautiful and flat. So I'm going to be taking 2 long pieces of fabric and attaching them at the middle, and then I'm going to hem it at the top and then add buttonholes for all of the hooks, and then I'm just going to hem it at the bottom and then just finish off the sides. So this is going to be a very easy project, I hope. And I just figured that for this quick project it'd be fun to kind of just take you guys along with me. You can see the before and after of my bathroom, and then in the next couple of videos you'll see a couple of my other projects that I'm going to be working on. Okay, let's go get started. Okay, so I just cleaned up both of these pieces of fabric. The edges had frayed a bunch because I had just pre-washed it. So I cleaned up the edges and then I cut these 2 pieces out. So they're both the same length, almost 2.5 yards. And I know that's longer than like the standard shower curtain, but I do think that I want to do kind of like an extra long shower curtain. So our shower curtain just hangs from a tension rod, so we can move it up or down. And right now it's a little bit lower than I want it to be. So I think I'm gonna make kind of an extra long shower curtain. It's not gonna be fully to the ceiling, but I do want this almost touching the floor so you can't really see the bottom of our bathtub. So this is 2.5 yards long, and that will shrink up a little bit when I do the top hem and the bottom hem. And then one piece is 44 inches wide, and then the other one is 32 inches wide. I was going to make them the same so that the seam would be right down the middle, but I really don't think that you're gonna notice the seam with this fabric anyway. So instead of doing 2 equal sides and having like little skinny strips of fabric left over, I'm just gonna do 1 bigger side and 1 smaller side, and then I have extra fabric left. So I did get a little bit extra of this, and then I do have kind of like a thicker panel left on one of the sides. So I don't know what I'm gonna make out of this, but I love this fabric, and I think that I want to make something for my daughter, maybe some cute like summery overalls or something. I mean, there's plenty here to make something for her, and then maybe like a couple bags or something. So now I'm going to do something really unnecessary, and that is the flat felled seams. So I've never done this before. I know that I don't need to do it on this project. I could just sew these together and like serge them in the middle, or even just, I don't know, I could do French seams with this if I wanted it to look nice, but I've never done flat felled seams, and I feel like this is a good opportunity to just try something new. So I know that this is gonna take longer than it needs to, but I wanna try it, so we're going to. So to start a flat felled seam, I'm going to sew these long sides, wrong sides facing. Is that right? Yeah, wrong sides facing with, I think, like a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So I'm gonna go do that now. Okay, so I just finished that really long seam, so it's just a nice long straight stitch. I did make this like 5/8 of an inch instead of a 1/2 inch, just so I had a little bit more space, because the next step is going to be to open this up, and then you've got that seam allowance here. So I'm going to cut this side really close to the seam, so I think I'm just gonna leave a little, like, I don't know, a 1/4 inch or something. Maybe a little bit less than a 1/4 inch there. And then that will make it so that I can fold this one over the top, and then we will do a top stitch to sew all of that down. And that is just kind of like the first step of this project. So I thought this was gonna be super quick, but it's taking a little bit longer than I thought, because I mean, this is just a lot of fabric, and my daughter just woke up from her nap. So I'm gonna go get her, and then I'll be sewing the rest of this later on tonight. So I'll see you then. All right, so I just finished that flat felled seam. So both of the panels of the shower curtain are now put together. So now all I need to do is take in both of the sides. So I'm just gonna do a little double turn on the sides. And then once I finish off the sides, then I can start the hem on the bottom, and then I'll have to do the top. So I'm just gonna do kind of like a double turn at the top too, and then add a bunch of buttonholes. So first I'm gonna do the sides, and then I'll do the other 2 parts after. Okay, so I just finished all of the edges, and I made the top hem about 1.5 inches wide. So now I'm going to add 12 buttonholes. So I have 12 little hooks for these, and I want to space them all out evenly, but I don't really feel like having to measure and do math and everything. So I think I'm just going to make a buttonhole about 1/2 inch away from each of the sides, and then I'm just going to kind of fold and mark, and then fold and mark. So I'm just gonna keep adding a buttonhole at all the halfway points until I've gotten 12 buttonholes. So I'm gonna start doing that right now, and hopefully I'll be able to finish all those tonight, and then I can show you guys the finished shower curtain tomorrow. All right, you guys, the shower curtain is all finished. I've hung it up and everything, and I'm really excited to show you guys what it looks like. But before that, I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about the process of making it, the good, the bad. So we'll start with the good. So making a shower curtain is pretty simple. You have a lot of straight lines. So the flat felt seam turned out really nice. I'm definitely going to be using that technique in the future. Doing a hem is easy. Doing the sides was easy. The top was easy, except for I should have done the math. When I was super close to finishing, it was late at night, and I just figured, you know, what could go wrong? I could just fold and fold and fold and fold, and then I would end up with 12 buttonholes. But when I did that, I got to 9 buttonholes and then realized that I would have to put a buttonhole in between each buttonhole, and I would end up with way too many. So I left it at 9, and when I was hanging it up, I realized that the shower curtain liner also has 12 buttonholes, so my 9 buttonholes weren't going to line up perfectly with the 12 buttonholes on the liner. So I had to kind of do a little finagling. I ended up using every other hole on the shower curtain liner and lining it up with buttonholes on my shower curtain, and then I ended up having to fold my shower curtain so it was kind of doubled on the end. So when you're looking at the shower curtain all hung up, it looks beautiful. You can't tell at all, but I know, and it's gonna bug me. So what I'll probably end up doing is I'll cut off that top finished section with all of the buttonholes, and I'll just rehem it and then do all the 12 buttonholes again. It's nice and long, so I'm really glad that I left the extra length because it's going to end up coming up about 3 inches because the top hem is 1.5 inches. Yeah, it'll come up about 3 inches, and that won't be a big deal at all. I really like how long it is now, but I think that I will like having the full 12 buttonholes more, so we'll see. And now we'll do before and after. So this is the before. Like I said before, I really love the look of this pink shower curtain in our bathroom. I feel like it's tranquil and cheerful at the same time, and the pink fabric turned out perfect. So I am really excited to use this fabric for something in the future. I'm thinking now that I might make matching jackets for my daughter and I. I don't usually wear pink. As an autumn, I find it kind of tricky to wear different pinks, but since this pink is warm, at least that will go with like my warm undertones. And besides that, it's just a really fun color that I feel like I will have fun wearing. But yes, I do like this before. It is a nice before, but the after is even better, and here it is. So I know that I really wanted a pink bathroom, and this doesn't give the pink bathroom effect, but I love the print in the bathroom. I feel like it just kind of livens it up a little bit. And since the window in our bathroom faces west, we never get that warm, direct sunlight in there, so the lighting in our bathroom is cool. Flooring in the bathroom is gray, so that's also cool. I thought the pink shower curtain would kind of bring that warmth to it that I wanted to, but it kind of ended up looking disjointed. So this print I feel like really does a good job of coordinating with those cool tones while also bringing in a lot of the warm colors that I really like. So you have that rusty color, and you've got the terracotta colors, and those are colors that you'd see repeated throughout our house too. So I really think that this fabric was the perfect choice, and I just really like the design of it. It has a nice watercolor look to it, which I always love. And I just feel like our bathroom kind of needed a little bit of texture or print because of how white it is. I do like the look of just like clean white bathroom, but I don't know. I think that I wanted a little bit more fun going on in there, which is why I was gonna do the pink bathroom thing, but this will definitely do for now. And who knows, maybe the buttonhole situation will never bother me that much. Right now it does because I am like super aware of it because I just made it, but maybe in a couple months I'll forget that it's even like that, and then I'll just leave it as is. Okay, so that's everything I have for you guys today. I do plan on doing a couple other house videos soon. I have a couple other projects that I'm going to be working on, but I'm also really wanting to make something for myself. I haven't sewn something for myself in a really long time, and I know that there are a few things that I need that are just like utility based, but I really want to make something fun. So I'm thinking I might make myself like a summer dress or something. But if you guys have other ideas, leave those in the comments. I love to hear guys' ideas and advice. And one more thing, there are so many new people here, so thank you so much for subscribing. I think a lot of you guys saw this video of mine around the start of the new year. It's been really fun to talk to you guys in the comments, and I'm just really excited that you guys are all here. So since there are a lot of new folks here, I was thinking it would be kind of fun to do a Q&A at some point. So if that seems like fun to you guys, let me know. I'm not really sure at this point how I would have you guys ask me questions. I do have an Instagram for this channel, but I'm not super active on it. I should be more active on it, I guess. But if that sounds fun to you guys, then let me know and I'll try to sort all that out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, then like this video. If you didn't like this video, then I hope you like the next one. All right, I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye.